I think they're calling them, fuck, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to, not exactly sure. I don't know if I'm gonna mix them all together and see what I get, or I'm sure I'm gonna do several different ones because I think I only have one brown. I might have two, but one of them's kind of ugly, or two of them's kind of ugly. I'm not sure, but I'm sure I'll be mixing more than one to get a color I want. These are the jars I like to use. These ones are 2 ounces, I think. I don't know. I'd have to look. I got them on Amazon. I have some black lids and some white lids. I think I have 2 packs of black lids and 1 pack of white ones. Because my intentions were to have the white lids for ones with glitter and then the black lids for plain. And I had a brain fart and put both my blues in the black lids, so I guess I have no rhyme or reason to them now. My youngest daughter, used to really be into makeup. She had really bad acne and she wanted to cover it up, which in turn I think made it worse. I wore makeup here and there, and then I went to vocational school, and there were certain days that we had to be all business-like. So, which was basically meant wear makeup, or at least, you know, have a nice looking face. Not pretty, but, you know, presentable. If a person's ugly, they're ugly, no matter what, but they can still look presentable, if that makes sense. See, I don't know if that one has shimmer to it or not. But some of them, they have some shimmer, but not a lot. I don't think those do have any at all. I have a lot of eyeshadows. They're loose eyeshadows. But I'm pretty sure they are just plain old mica powder. I probably won't have to really do much in the way of well, I don't know. Even though I think I'm doing something lightly, that ain't lightly, is it? Okay. There's a darker brown. And see, I really like my CoverGirl, but mine is the lightest shade possible. Oh, pause this. Okay. Time to get my little baby whisk. I like to mix the colors together, and then, oh, these seats. This camper is really old. I think it's an 80-something model, and it just sits here, so I use it, right? This is my happy place, not because it's a camper. If you think back to the 80s, oh, I remember the 80s all too well. The decor was just horrible. Anyways. Oh, this is my happy place because this is my nail space. Nobody else comes in here unless I want them to. You know, nobody else has a key. This is my space. I'm sure nobody else would think so, but I have a lot of money in here. Well, not like, I have a lot of money wrapped up in the stuff in here. Little bits at a time, but if I could ever get my ass to school, I would be ready to open up a business, I think. I mean, I would probably have to buy a big thing of clear and a big thing of monomer. That's the only thing I can think of that I would need to buy an abundance of immediately. Because everything else I'm good on. I prefer to sculpt. I have plenty of forms. You know, and I'm sure most people, the idiots around here, they're so boring. My children including. They're not the idiots, though. They're just boring. It's like pulling teeth to get them to let me do anything fun on their nails. Yep. I know you're watching. I don't care. I tell them that all the time, they're boring. So, whoops. So there. Look. I don't ever put anything back. Unless I put it in something to, which I probably do. Right. Well, shit. I have little metal measuring spoons out here somewhere, but it's not to measure, it's just to scoop. And I have this little shovel that takes a lot longer to shovel than it does to scoop. I guess I'm dumping. See, this is where the mortar and pestle come in handy. See how it might not look like it's chunky when you're stirring just the makeup together, but it is. Because it will compact. That's why they use it for makeup so much. And acrylic does not. It's a very powdery shit. And yeah, you can't exactly stir. I'm sure you could. Good God, it would take forever. And I'm sure you couldn't stir completely all of the pigment that's out of it. Okay. Now is when this comes in handy. I love this, that it has a lid. So I had a little dinky stone mortar and pestle that's about that big, and only about that deep. This way. I can have the air conditioner on all I want, and it's not going to come out. So I'm going to stop this right here, because it's going to shake the hell out of my phone, and it's hard to tell how long it's going to take me. Okay. Oh. So, I tried it on my finger now. It's not bad. Had to take care of my lawnmower business. Well, I don't have a lawnmower business. Bought a lawnmower at the end of April. And it broke already, so yeah. But when you're using pigments, you just go back and forth, kind of hard, so that you can squish out, technical term, so you can squish out all of the little pigment dots. I don't know if you noticed or not, they got to where they was pretty small. You just smudge them out. How's that sound? That sounds better. But they are pretty much all gone. And you can tell when it's mixed really well. Well, when you combine acrylics that are already made to make you a color you want, this is all you need. Or shake it. But when you're using pigments or makeup, or adding something to acrylic, well, except for glitter, you wouldn't want to use this. Just this. Pigment or makeup, or chalk. You would want a mortar and pestle to smush and grind and merge together to make sure it is 100%, or at least 95% smushed together and mixed well. Okay? And I've noticed that when it is mixed well enough, it's not stuck to it like the blue was. I knew the blue wasn't mixed together good. And I do have my paper towel that I cleaned it with. It is hard to tell. Oh, there it is. See, no alcohol needed. Not on the stainless steel one anyways. Why do I do these things to myself? If I knew they'd do that, I sure as hell don't. Amazon to the rescue. Maybe. Okay. This is how you know it's mixed well. It isn't all stuck to the mortar and pestle. Downside to using these. When you shake them around, or if they fall upside down or whatever, powder will leak out. Just saying. It does. To these jars that I use. Anyway, see? A lot cleaner than it was with the blue. Don't need anything wet to clean it out this time. Just dry. Now I'm all ready for the next color. But I want to show you the workability first. And then stick it back on there. Voila. And that was, what was that? That was this brown from Style Essentials. Made in China, of course. Palette. And CoverGirl. Maybe that's my old one. It's Fair, 105. No, I don't think mine's Fair. I think mine's called Porcelain or something. It should be, if they have one. Okay. Isn't that pretty though? It releases great. Has a pretty good moldability. I'm sure it would walk down just fine. I don't really want to spread it too far, because the farther you spread it, the little farther you gotta scrape it off, because I don't want it left on there. I mean, look, that's pretty good. That's why that one's in a square. I just get, well, it'd probably make pretty good flowers. I don't know who would want brown flowers, but it's got the potential there. And if you want to raise it up, it'll raise up and not break. To make like a little pouch. Ooh, or a basket for flowers. Yeah. Or a leather pouch looking thing. Does look kind of cool. Crease it. You want to make it look more leathery? See? Oh. No, you're not allowed to stay there. Come on. Like with a little too long. Better. Oh. Didn't clog my brush. I think my brush was already clogged from making these nails. No, not these ones. I just used my size 20 with these. Making my blue ones that I had not put up yet because I could hear myself with my horribleness. I like that brown. Okay, there's that one. Now let's see what we can do. You got the gist of it though, right?